Good morning, students. Today we are coming to the next unit, that is lean management. In the production and operational management, in any industry, we need to do the lean manufacturing of a item. Then coming to what is lean manufacturing? The lean manufacturing is a systematic approach that will mainly responsible for identifying and eliminating the wastages. Lean management. So in the manufacturing, we have to do the wastages for a lean. Lean means very minimum. So the lean manufacturing is a systematic approach where we need to identify and eliminating the wastages in order to reduce the cost. And the basic purpose of lean manufacturing is to reduce the wastage, which is in turn reduces the overall cost of the operation. So for what purpose we are doing the lean management means, in the manufacturing system, the wastage is should be negligible, or the wastage should be minimum, so that we can maintain the overall cost of the operation for a minimum value. With that, the unit cost of an item will be minimal, so that we can get up the more profits. So the basic purpose of lean manufacturing is to reduce the wastages, which in turn reduces the overall cost of the operation, so that the systematic engineering reviews will be applied. But it is not responsible to earn maximum profits, as the high quality inputs are costly. So what we are getting here means, if the input values, or what is the basic elements input to output, meanwhile there is a process. If the inputs are very costly, so that we can't able to get it the maximizing profits. In what way we are getting the profits means, every engineer should produce an appropriate cost outlining before initiating the process of production. With that, we can go for how much of process is to be established for the production. See here, in a simple form, we can justify the lean manufacturing means, the input value of any raw material is not to be identified for the cost of the final output. This is only input to output. Meanwhile, there is a called process. The process may be the manufacturing or any production. This process will decide the cost of the unit value. So we need to reduce the cost of an item so that we can get up the profits. Not the input costly means, or input cost may not be the gives the maximizing profit. What is the value we are producing, or what is the value we are giving in the production, that is only gives the maximizing profits and least the cost of an item. Then the basic concepts of lean manufacturing. What is the concepts? Without considering the basic concepts of lean manufacturing, it would be very much difficult for a company to thoroughly understand the concept, which can be studied under the following heads. So actually the concepts are of lean manufacturing is on 5 things. These 5 will be very much useful for the company to understand the manufacturing or lean manufacturing system. One is continuous flow, second standardization operations, value stream, value added activities, and pull production. Then we will discuss each one in a deep manner. One. First one is continuous flow. It means it is a process of continuously producing the financial products or which are in the process of raw material to finished components without waiting for large batches to enter into the production operation. So continuous flow, that means every machine and every human or operator is not to be in a steady position or without work. So every machine and every human labor is to operate the every minute or do the work for every minute, then only we can get it the 100% production within the stipulated time. So it refers to a process of continuously producing the finished components from the raw materials without waiting for large batches to enter into the production operation. Settle in a simple terms, we can discuss that it is a process where in the processing of raw materials immediately produces the finished goods without any delay. Why we are insisting the continuous flow means whenever the operator or human machinery is standby or is not to be in operation, there is no continuous flow of the finished components. So from raw material to finished components is to be in a without delay, which not only increase the production cost but also increases the time of manufacturing. So with that, lead time or delay in time is to be reduced so that we can reduce the production cost and increases the time of manufacturing. Thus, lean manufacturing is basically concerned with reducing the both time and cost of the manufacturing. Then coming to standardization operations. What is standardization operations? Which enables the firm to being improvement in the production activities. That is, in lean manufacturing particularly, appropriate coaching must be given to the workforce regarding safety, quantity and quality until they are unable to produce their own standardized work. So without standardization operation means in a quality manner and quantity manner. That means the period or due product with the least timing, we need to work out for delay in an order. That is standardization operations we need to do so that the quality will be good, with that the quantity also may be good within the time period of working hours. Even though it is a time consuming process, it is a prerequisite for the achievement of long term goals of a company. So the operator or machinery is to be standardized means we need to give some practices or upgradation of the knowledge towards the working people. Suppose when an advanced machine is coming to the industry without aware of the process of doing the work in the particular machine, how can the labor who is working in the old systems in the new systems? So it may take some time. So and at the same time the quality may not be good. So for that we have to give the some practical training programs towards the work efficiency and work quality. Then value stream. It involves all the activities undertaken by the firm while transferring the physical products throughout the main business purposes to the ultimate customer. So value stream. Stream means flow. Stream is nothing but a flow may be continuous, so it involves all the activities undergone to the while transferring the physical component. So for, for finished getting the finished components, we need to do is all the working conditions or all the functions of an industry is to be done with the main operation, so that the main businesses processes to the ultimate customer. So we need to satisfy the customers. For that, all the processes in a company has to do their work within the time, so that we can reach the customer demand within the stipulated time. So what are the works? What are the works we need to do in a correct manner? One is procurement of raw materials. So procurement of raw material means within the time we need to procure the raw materials, and the raw material should be good quality. Then acceptance of procured material by using standardized procedures. What is the standardized means? We have to get the good quality material. Good quality, how can we justify good quality? Means we have to satisfy them by ISO standards or ASME standards, like that. Then transferring the raw material to the production site, is it not? So while we are doing the production, the raw material is to be produced in time. That is called the inventory maintenance. Okay, that is already discussed in the previous topics also. Inventory, how the inventory will work out for the best production, and what is the purpose of inventory, methods of inventories, all this. Then acquiring the tools for the production of finished goods. And what is the thing? A production site is filled with the raw material, but doing the operation, we need an equipment. For equipment, we need a precise tools. Okay, acquiring the tools for the production of finished goods and providing the infrastructure producing the finished goods. So for providing the finished goods, we need to give some space for the human labor and machinery establishment, and after that the finished goods is to be stored in a one place, that is packing of final goods. Analysis of all production activities to ensure that the company are producing value added products. That means the company is delivering a very good quality products or not. That is to be satisfied, or that is to be responsibility of the industry in order to maintain the customers for a value stream. Then value added activities. Depending on the nature, production activities can be categorized into value. So depending on the nature of production activities, we are categorizing this as value added activities or value added services, and non value added services also. The name indicates value added activities, which involves all those events which add the value to the finished components. We are giving that the value added activities and non value added activities. In the name itself, we can say value added. That means it gives the importance to the, it will give importance to the product, or that means finished component. And non-value activity, that may not be possible or that may not influence the importance of the product. Suppose for example, value added, that is called inspection. Let us take inspection. Without inspection, we can't deliver the product to the customers, since the every unit of the product is to be which is the manufacturer, that is to be inspected, so that we can give the good quality product to the customers. If not, whenever the product finished component without inspection, when it is reaches to the customer, after working condition, if may feel, if the he or she who is using the component, if he or she may feel that it is may not be good, then the importance or goodness or goodwill of the company will be may loss, so that the entire production of the company for is may be reduced, and at the same time the demand of our company products may also be reduced. So for that we need to inspection of machine after manufacturing each and every unit of the product. Next, activities which involved in a grinding of a cement through pulverization. So for getting the good cement, for example, if you consider the cement company, the cement company has to do the pulverization. That means the cement particles only presented in the cement. Then last one is pull production. In case of pull production, the firms are mainly dependent on signals from the flow on processes for manufacturing and purchasing the activities. That is, the companies must purchase the raw materials whenever they have decided for undertaking the production operation. This would not be reduce the time and cost of the manufacturing cycle, but also reduces the cost of the finished components. Hence, so that finally we comes to the lean manufacturing, which is the responsible for supplying the right quantity of products at the right time. So finally, what is the main theme of the lean manufacturing is the lean manufacturing is responsible for supplying the good components or right components of the industry at the right time to the customers. Then next, elements of manufacturing. Then what are the elements of manufacturing? Cost, quality, safety, morals, delivery. Basically, the lean manufacturing is responsible for increasing the efficiency of the operations that may produce more quantity of outputs by utilizing the comparatively low amount of inputs. So finally, in any company, with the inputs or with the low amount of inputs, we are getting the high outputs. Then only the investment or the profit will be more. So the lean manufacturing is also termed as Toyota production system. So why that Toyota production system name was coming to the picture, that is discussed in the continuity of the topic. Okay. Then basically it is a cluster of 5 basic elements. One is cost, quality, safety, moral, delivery. What is the cost? This is the main item in the today's economy. So the cost of the item is to be minimum, and but the quality and the quantity is to be maximum. That is the major discussion in any industry in the today's business world. So every firm wants to achieve a competitive position in the market, because of which they are continuously looking up of various ways through which they can reduce the cost. So main thing we need to apply the in the company is, in the competitive world, the every unit of product is to be very minimum, as much of as minimal to the customer, the product will be done in a good production and good demand also. So which they are reduce the cost of by eliminating the wastages and non-value activities of an organization. And then quality. The lean manufacturing is a process through which the quality products can be produced at minimal cost by minimizing the production of wastages materials. Okay. And delivery. The firms must select efficient distribution system for on-time delivery of the product to the customer. Without the delivery of the items to the customer, the customer may not be dependent on our company. He may choose another company. So delivery is also a very important issue in the nowadays. The safety. The employees of the firms must consider the working environment to be safe and secure. Since the company is to take care of the health and security and safety of the employees who is working on the who are all working on the company. If they develop such feeling towards their working environment, then they are perform their tasks much more effectively than they used to be done before. So if you give such a responsibility and the feeling towards the employees, the employers will be do their work more effectively than they do it before. And moral, if efficient performances must be rewarded, which improves the morals and self confidence than the in any organization. So we have to identify the best employee and we need to give the reward for him so that the remaining employers can do their better and they can improve their self confidence. With that, the production is also be good, and at the same time we are in a position of improving the some uh, confidence to the employees. Next. Characteristics of lean manufacturing. The lean manufacturing is a modern concept that has been inspired by a Japanese process of continuous improvement, namely Kaizen. He is the one of the founder of this Toyota manufacturing system. So that's why in the previous slides we thought that the lean manufacturing is also known as the Toyota production system. Why means this is the first method used in the Toyota manufacturing industry. So by Kaizen. So this is a very modern concept. The success of lean manufacturing companies in mainly depending on its distinct features of employees empowerment and promotion and new product development, effective maintenance of suppliers and relations, and so on. So these are all mainly how the lean manufacturing is called as a best means. These mainly depending on the customers and the employers. Since they are giving the respect to the employees and encouragement to the employees, and at the same time new product development, and they are maintaining the effective relationship with the suppliers, so that they have taken up this lean manufacturing as a effective and a successive one. So some of the important features of lean manufacturing are: one is it is mainly concerned with the continuously improvement the efficiency of operations by eliminating the wastages and non-value added activities of the processes. It is mainly concentrating, this lean manufacturing is mainly concentrating on two things. One is eliminating the wastages and eliminating the non-value added services or activities, and focuses mainly, and the second one is focuses mainly improvement of the process rather than the achievement of the outputs. So we are doing our best, the output may be failure or success, okay, that is not our concern. So this is the main focus of the this Toyota manufacturing company or TPS, Toyota production system. That's why the lean manufacturing or lean management is a successive one, and ensure the smooth flow of production operations by providing the good infrastructure and control mechanisms. Okay, what we are discussing now, that is called characteristics. These are all come under the basic concepts of lean manufacturing. See here, continuous flow and value added streams. Value streams means we need to give their effective utilization to the customer or men and missions. Then set a time, and also by maintaining the good working environment. We have to provide the good infrastructure to the company and good infrastructure to the workers who are working there, and with that they can use up our available resources and in an effective manner and get it the better results, and follow the principles of just in time manufacturing for the production of goods. So JIT concept that we will discuss in the next. They are following the principles of JIT. So what is the JIT? JIT concepts that we will discuss in the next. Okay. There, what is these are the some of the characteristics of lean manufacturing, and also the value chain is operated by the maintenance of strategy partnership with the distribution and suppliers. So we need to maintain good relationships with the distribution and at the same time suppliers. So it helps in reducing the level of inventory by adopting JIT concept. Okay. It maintains minimum inventory level at each strategy production processes. And benefits. What are the benefits of lean manufacturing? It reducing the about 80% of wastages. Due to the lean manufacturing, 80% of wastages will be reduced, and decreasing the production cost is about by 50%, and processing high flexibility in adapting new changes, and optimality satisfying the customers, and shortening the duration of manufacturing cycle, which is about 50%. And in addition to the above benefits, the lean manufacturing provides the endless benefits to the company if it is implemented effectively by focusing on the wastage reduction. So mainly thing is wastage to be reduced. And what are the limitations? This concept of lean manufacturing is begins in 1970 and 1980s. Just now we thought that with a main objective of eliminating wastages and reducing the cost of the processes. In this process, the wastage at all the levels is monitored and examined and eliminated. The main thing is the wastage at all the levels is monitored and identified and examined and eliminated. Finally eliminated. What are the disadvantages? Limitations means disadvantages. Supply problems. In the lean manufacturing, small amount of inventory is stocked. Wastage. No need to wastage of our money by investing in the stock. So supply problems. Why supply problems means small inventory will be there. Storage is very small. With that we can produce a very small components only with the limited quantity of inputs or limited in quantity of stock. How much of components will be there? We can create an interruption problems in the production operation due to employee strike, transportation and delay, and also due to the quality errors. So actually what is doing here, supply problems may be the commitment to the interruptions. That is, whenever the stock is very limited, we need to maintain the good transportation facility so that we can produce the in time products. But if there is any strike of the employees or transportation delays, it may be loss for the company. At the same time, the quality also will be less. Then high cost implementations. The implementation of lean manufacturing involves the dismantling of the existing plant setups and system, which could be a cost burden to the manufacturing company. Because of this reason, it is usually implemented by large enterprises prior to its effective implementation. Training must be provided to the employees, which further adds up to its implementation cost. So what we are doing here, we are implementing, if you implementing the process, the entire system of production plant is to be arranged according to the lean management. So for that, we are dismantling or we are damaging the existing plant, and we are modifying the setup, either layout or infrastructure or machinery changing or highly or newly employed faculty, or the men and human labor is to be trained according to this the implementation of the new technique. We need to give some uh, training to the employees, so that is a high cost. And lack of acceptance by the employees. The lack of acceptance, why means they don't know the knowledge of this new technique. So while we entering the new work culture for the employees, most of these cases resistance to change or adapt the such change environment. So we are changing the existing technology. So for that, the employees is to be cooperate with that. So for that, there may be a time taking process. Okay, these assistance can be effectively handled by the managers which are having good leadership and persuasion skills, and absence of these which may give the huge losses to the focal firm. So the employees is to accept. Otherwise, what are the manager has to maintain the system in a smooth manner. If they are unable to catch up these, the a huge loss will be coming to the company. And next, lastly, the customer dissatisfaction issues. The suppliers efficiency is an important dimension for achieving effective results in a lean manufacturing. Main is the suppliers and the deliveries. If the manufacturing firm fails to select an appropriate supplier, then customer may not be able to achieve the right products at the right time, which leads to the customer dissatisfaction issue. Main is the customer. The customer is to satisfy, then only we can survive in the society or business world. Okay, so that for the customer dissatisfaction issues, the supplier is to be in a good position. Then organizational challenges in the lean manufacturing. The top management incapability to properly determine or decide the empower functionality unit employees. That is the reason behind difficulty is changing to the lean organization. So mainly organization challenges means what is the top management is the main one. If they are unable to do the satisfaction to the customers or employees, the total system will be damaged and the total company will be collapsed. So for that, we are using the difficulties or implementation issues concept called cultural and human issues. It is not easy to adopt continuous improvement culture in an organization. So in order to obtain the best benefits from the continuous improvement, top management must understand their role in the process of bringing change. So all of a sudden the management has took a decision that we are going to do a new manufacturing process, but it not be a, all of a sudden it is not an improvement, or it doesn't gives the results in a good manner. It is not too easy to adopt the continuous improvement culture in any organization. The middle level managers The middle level managers or unions and all the employees should understand the significance of change. That is, the middle level managers has to understand why we are going for this upgradation. At the same time, this new technique, and employees also understand the significance of this change. For this, they are all should be properly committed and effectively communicated and effectively do the operations. Only with this understanding, the operations, and at the same time uh, the manufacturing and the cooperation from the staff in a positive manner, so that we can improve the industry in a good relationship also. Next, resistance to change. Usually, all the employees of the firm resist change. This is a main issue in introducing the lean management in the company. The employees of lower level resistance change because they have a fear in their minds that their group will be break up and new groups will be formed, and the proper power of members in each group will be changed. They also feel that change in a strategy to generate more work from them without giving extra payment. Okay, resistance to change. If the new technique was developed means the groups of production or the groups of employees of who is working in the lower level, they may lose resistance, since these groups what they are working now, they may go for breakup and form a new groups, so that the power of the members may be in the huge unit what they are having now, they may be reduced. They are feeling like that. So we need to, and at the same time they will, we are going to do this some more work for the same salary without giving any extra payment. So we need to avoid these techniques or these uh, mind resistance change. The middle managers have to do in a better way to control their low level workers, and the middle managers may also have fear that their power over the workforce will get reduced if the lean manufacturing is adopted in the organization, and the functional managers don't understand the reason for change, and line supervisors, it may feel that new system doesn't require the role of supervisors. There is no supervising. since all the work is done in a time manner and a smoother manner. So no work supervisors are needed. The incentives and reward system. The organization is focusing on continuous improvement programs, prefer group incentive and pay system rather than the individual incentive pay system. So the company will comes to the group incentive, not an individual incentive pay. The reason is that in case of individual incentive pay system, there are chances that some individuals are not paid any incentive in spite of their contribution for the completion of the product, at least to source extent. Here, the everything in the lean manufacturing, every member is to be involved so that only we are getting the good results. So while we are giving the incentives to the particular individual persons means it may not be do the effective working of the other people. So it will gives in a group manner so that every member in the group may benefited so that they may feel in a good manner. At the time of implementing the continuous improvement system, the organization faces difficulty in deciding the between short-term goals of the organization. Setting the short-term goals for the organization would be an effective decision because if the long-term goals are not the incentive and a reward system and also they should be long-term base and organization cannot be give assurance to the long-term basis to its employers for the this. At the time of implementing the continuous improvement or doing the reward systems, we have to set up some short-term goals, not a long-term goals. Since we are not in a position to give assurance for the long-term benefits of the employees. Since what the future will be, we don't know. So set a short-term goals of the organization. These short-term goals of the organization will also give good results from the employers. Tangentability of improvements. In the manufacturing industry, the improvements are tangible. The improvements are also necessary in non-manufacturing entities, but the difference is that the improvements are intangible in non-manufacturing entities. To bring the change in the organization, top management must be totally involved and dedicated, otherwise, the staff will not be take it seriously. So, tangibility of improvements, which involves the top management, have to be effectively communicated with all the employees about the implementation of the change and their involvement and support from them towards the development of the organization. They should clearly specify their roles and employees' roles and also their benefits and rewards. That is totally be aware of the system and it is and its outcome and the cleaning the obstacles that hinder the implementation. Finally, the creating a lean manufacturing enterprise. The creating a lean enterprise. Creating a lean enterprise is an organization go through many changes while creating a lean enterprise by eradicating the wastages. Eradicating means reducing. Some of the changes are in the structural elements in the system and making the operations planning and control easy through the implementation of the alternative scheduled meetings so that the improvement system is the response to the market. This figure will shows the uh, different dimensions of lean manufacturing processes. These lean manufacturing will process mainly the eradicating the usage or eradicating the wastage and establishing values for the products and services. That is to the basic assumption. By assumptioning these to enabling the approaches. What are the approaches? We have a theme that we are reducing the wastages. By what way means we are using two techniques. One is TQM, total quality management, and just in time. By applying these two techniques, we are going to do good approach. And what are under the TQM? The process mapping, non-value added activities, and continuous improvement, and Kaizen small group improvement, and benchmarking and quality circles. Under TQM, we are following these processes. Under JIT, where we are going to do the JIT, manufacturing architectural changes, setup time reduction, small lot size processing, and pull scheduling, and simplified operation control, that is Kanban system, that is come under JIT concept. For that, by applying these two techniques, we are adding these two tools and techniques used for all these. What are the techniques and tools required? And finally, go for the these two techniques will improve the production. With that, we are getting the benefits, good benefits. The basic assumption of a lean manufacturing is eliminating the wastages. Thus, the steps taken for this process should show the positive outcome. The changes were made by adopting two approaches. What are the two approaches? Namely that GIST and TQM. The prime objective of these mechanisms is eliminating the wastages only. JIT helps in knowing the problems regarding the wasteful activities in the entire firm, and TQM enables to solve these problems. Therefore, these are enabling approaches for creating the lean management system. JIT philosophy. What is JIT? The JIT philosophy is bringing the changes by organizing and scheduling the resources. It also enables the reduction in lot size by fixing the reduced time for activities. The wastage reduction may be achieved through the utilization of simplified operations, which are planning control systems. And the TQM helps in continuous elimination of the wastages. The firm canvasses many quality control tools and small groups improvement activities by setting standardized and benchmark improvements in order to put up into the practical wastage of elimination. So finally, what we are getting here means the basic assumption is the two things. Wastage is to be reduced. For that purpose, we are taking two approaches. One is TQM and the second one is ZIT. ZIT helps for reducing the wastages with the activities. But TQM is the continuous elimination of the wastages by using the quality tools and small groups improvement activities, and at the same time making a benchmark also. And finally, the improvement in operations is basically means appropriate utilization of the available resources and greater productivity of the resources. So finally, what is the main thing? By reducing, so in the lean manufacturing, main objective is that by reducing the wastages, we are going to get up the good quality and quantity of the product with minimal cost. By reducing the wastages and non-value added activities, then only we can improve the cost, we can improve the quality and at the same time minimize the cost. So with that, what are the elements of lean manufacturing? In the today's class we have discussed what is lean manufacturing and elements of lean manufacturing, advantages and disadvantages of lean manufacturing, and characteristics of lean manufacturing. These are all we have discussed in the today's class. In the next class, we will thoroughly discuss about the ZIT concept. ZIT means just now we categorized under the ZIT concept, ZIT approach in the lean enterprise. For creating the lean enterprise, we need two approaches. One is TQM and ZIT. So in the next class, we will discuss fully about the ZIT concept and what are the processes that is involved in the Kanban technologies or Kanban systems. Okay, thank you.